Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would do a video on my current bronzer collection, kind of walk you through all the formulas that I have and what I think of each. All right, let's start with powder formulas. So the one that I probably had the longest at this point is my Charlotte Tilbury powder bronzer. This used to be like my top in terms of powder. It's really lightweight, finely milled, just gorgeous. Really light though in pigment, so you really have to build it up. I wear the shade number 1, and I like that you have to build it up because obviously I'm very fair, and if I put too much on, then we have a problem. But this is still my one that I love a lot, but another one has bumped this from the first spot. Then I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in light, and I really do like this one. It is a little bit more orangey, but I love the texture of it, and it is slightly more matte, and it's just a really easy color to like throw on. Sometimes I can use it as a bronzer blush combo because it is a little bit more orangey. So this is a really good drugstore option, and it always has like fantastic reviews. Okay, this has become the number 1 in powder formulas, the Jones Road. I love this formula. I love the pigment. It's just enough. It's a little bit more than the Charlotte Tilbury, but super blendable, super wearable. I have the shade Light Tan Perfection, and the brush that goes along with it, it's a must-have. The two together, absolutely fantastic. Doesn't make my skin look too powdery. That's my number 1. What other powder ones? Okay, I do have the Pat McGrath Divine Bronzer. I got the shade, what is it? Naked Desire. Really do love this as well. Similar to the Jones Road, what is the difference? Brand, packaging. I mean, they're all so similar. This does blend really beautifully, good pigment, you can build it up. I don't know, I just love the Jones Road. The color is just perfect for me, but I do reach for this as well. I mean, listen, you guys, I mean, I have like a billion bronzers here. They're all gonna be somewhat similar. So they can't be that different. Love this one. But I still, like Jones Road, every time I put it on, I'm just like, oh, I love this so much. So it just still stays in that top spot. I'm still playing around with the Hermes. It's not really a bronzer, what is it? It is their Healthy Glow Mineral Powder, but for me it's more of a bronzer. I have it in the shade number 1. It's really powdery. So it kind of goes everywhere when I apply it. Like the other ones, I can manage to keep it on my cheeks. Do you know what I'm saying? Even with the same brush, you dip it in all of them. This a lot of powder tends to go everywhere, so I even tend to use a smaller brush with this to kind of make sure that the powder isn't, you know, I can still control it. I'm still working with it to decide what I think, like final thoughts. Some people have said this is the best bronzer they've ever tried in their lives. I think that's fantastic. That is not my opinion, but yeah, like everyone has their different opinions. I like it. It's not like holy grail status for me. Maybe someday it will be. Everything moves around, as you'll come to find out. You'll be like, oh my gosh, I thought you used to love the Tarte cream bronzer, which I really do. It has gotten a lot darker. I've had it for a long time. It's gotten a lot darker. So when I wear it, I'm like, ooh, it's really dark. Where it was very sheer at the beginning. So I'm pretty sure that it's just because I've had it for so long and it's like maybe just oxidized slightly. I don't know. It has gotten a little bit darker. This used to be my holy grail. The texture is still beautiful, but it is, the color has gotten a bit darker over time. I've had it for a while, but I still use it and love it. Okay, so we did the powder. We're moving on to cream, starting with the Tarte. Then we've got the Say Beauty bronzer, love this. Love it, love it, love it. I have it in the shade Light Bronze. Oh, Tarte, I have Seashells. Light Bronze, beautiful, a little bit more, a little bit darker, and I really enjoy it. I don't think I would repurchase this, though. Yeah, I don't think I would, just because it's nice, the color's okay. I do use it a lot, but there's other cream formulas that I like a little bit more. One of them being the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer. Looks so dark in the pan, not at all on the face. Super sheer at first, buildable, the color's perfect. It's not too dark, not too orange, not too muddy. It is perfection. Really, really love this. So that would probably be my top cream bronzer at the moment. I still really love the Patrick Ta bronzer duo. I use the cream more, and it's like really gray, which is, you know, if you're into makeup, you understand like gray tone bronzers can look really beautiful because they don't get muddy, they don't get too dark, they can just give a little bit of a shadow also on the face, like contourish. So I love the tone of it. It's very, very cool. I don't use the powder one as much. So I really wish you would just like sell the bottom, but I do really like this, and I have the shade She's Statuesque and still adore that. But like I said, the Charlotte Tilbury is my favorite cream bronzer at the moment. It's like the top. I use all of these. I rotate in all of them. This is shade 1. All right, that's cream. Let's get us some stick formula. So I've got the Rare Beauty Power Boost. The shade is Power Boost. The bronzer stick, it's really orange. I know many of you said go to shade number 2, but like, as you can see, I have a million here, so there's no need for me to get shade number 2. But if I do ever run out of this and I'm looking to purchase a new cream one, I may get shade number 2 because this is so easy to blend. It is so creamy. Pigmented, but still sheer. Really, really easy to work with. It's like very foolproof. Even more foolproof than that is this Tinted Blur Contour Stick from Nude Sticks. I use it as a bronzer in the shade Neutral Light. Again, very gray in tone, which I kind of love. Really creamy, blends beautifully. If you're just like, I don't want to use a brush, I just want to like dab, dab, dab with my fingers, this is it. Love it so much. And I have a Nude Sticks discount code that's like always ongoing. All right, then I have 2 liquid bronzers to share. The Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Bronzer. It took me some time to get used to this, but I do like it. Number 1 is really, really light on me. It is like nothing. Nothing. So I did start using number 2, which I like. I just kind of dab it on with my fingers, blend it in with a sponge. Really sheer and lovely. Do I mix in with my foundation all over? No. No, I don't. I don't find that I like that, need that, whatever. So I still just use it on the cheeks, really lightweight. The colors, number 2 is better than number 1 for me. Number 1, I mean, if you are really fair and you're like, I need something that's just a nothing bit of color, number 1 in this. And then finally, the new Jones Road Gel Bronzer in Light. This took me some getting used to, figuring out how to work with it. The texture is thicker than Laura Mercier, and it initially can look muddy on the skin. I used it so many different ways, and I was almost about to give up and be like, okay, this is a no for me. Because I was like using it with my fingers, using it with a brush, it began to pill and pull up, and I was like, my cheeks look like they're covered in mud. It was, and then I was like, I think I need some moisture, and I need to be sheer with it and just kind of build it up with a sponge. That's what I did, and it changed the game. Some people were like, oh, mix it all over. No thanks. I don't think that would work for me. I like it on the cheeks. What sold me, however, was like hour 6 or 7 of wearing this on my cheeks. I went to the mirror and I was looking at my cheeks and I was like, why do my cheeks look gorgeous? They looked bronzed, healthy, plump. The texture of this wore so perfectly throughout the day. And it's a little bit of shimmer, barely anything, just like some luminous glow. It was so beautiful. And every time I wear this, my cheeks look so healthy and fresh by the end of the day. And that is what really sold me on this. So I recommend using it with a sponge, but you know, she shows all different ways, and everyone's skin type is different. Maybe you're more dry, more oily, whatever. But yeah, those are all of my bronzers at the moment. And broke them into all sorts of categories. If I had to like break it down, right now it's my Jones Road powder is top in the powder bronzer category, and the Charlotte Tilbury in the cream powder category. But I still use all of these regularly, and still love all of them. But if I had to like finish out with just two, those are the two. And I will link everything that I talked about down below. You can now tap on the screen, and I can link all the products like in the video itself, so that's really cool. And I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.